Helping someone who struggles with singleness. In the first place, you need to know what does he or she really or actually struggle with, because singleness itself is not a struggle. It entails all kinds of struggles, as well as marriage entails all kinds of struggles. So I would need to ask the person so that I know what is the struggle actually about. It can be about loneliness. It can be about the false idea that he or she is actually rejected by other people or by God because he or she is single and cannot find anyone. There might be some other type of struggle, oftentimes some sexual or whatever, relational. As with many other areas, I think once you start asking, you discover that the questions and the real problems to be tackled are on a different plane that you expect. So the first thing would be to ask, like, what's happening and what does he or she need? Many people struggle with singleness because they just have wrong thinking about that, non-Christian thinking. They see it as curse, which would be too Old Testament-y, not even that. We have pagan thinking about things to a big degree. So I would try to help the person start seeing how God values every type of calling, including this one, and how God can use a person in that calling. I would do a lot to try to connect to the person with other people who are in the same situation, so that he or she sees that it can be actually a really good life and gets the relational support. And I would talk a lot about connection and intimacy, because being single doesn't mean being alone. It doesn't mean lacking intimacy. It truly means lacking sexual intimacy when we think about it in a Christian way, but relational intimacy is something we need to work on way more in the church. And I actually do think that single people are the ones who might be especially used by God to teach the others about the intimacy of friendship.